Annyeonghaseyo, my name is Alaric Hamacher and I welcome you to this little introduction to a new type of video conferencing system. So this is the first time I have installed this on my computer and my server, who is actually here. And I would like you to understand the systems, how it works, and if we have seen different types of videos and presentation before, this is a different way of communication and to share online presentations and to work in a group. So this software is open source and can be installed on a computer, and so this way you are sure that the data is really everything hosted on the own machine, and there is no private information leaking to other companies. So this is the reason why I choose this system. So for me it is also new, and I would like to show you how I have implemented this. So actually what I would like to do is to use this as part of the classes, but it works for all other types as well. And if you already have a login on this website, then you actually already have a username and you can log in, so you don't need to log in a second time to the video conferencing system. And what I will do here is I will actually put on the bottom here somewhere a link where you can access the system, and this is what we're going to do now. So I can create different rooms, and probably you have seen this in many different other conference softwares already. So what I'm going to do is I'm starting this now live while I'm talking with you, and as soon as the page loads, you will see that the system is moving, changing, and this takes a certain time depending what you want to do. And this system will ask you if you want to use the audio or the microphone, so you have to confirm this, and you will also have to make an echo test. This is a private echo test. Please speak a few words. Do you hear audio? Yes. So this is what we are hearing now. So in this case here, I am showing you what this kind of system is doing. So what we can do here is actually shown on this screen. So if you are logged in already, you will see here that your login name is actually here appearing here. This is where you are, and first thing is you can choose to set lots of different status here. So you say I'm sad, I'm happy, I applaud, thumbs up. So this information here allows you to give information to other people who are in the chat, and you can here also you will see all the other users that are appearing here in the chat as well. So I will try to log in at the same time as an administrator. I'm trying to do this as well, so I will see if this is actually the same room or a different room. No, this is actually a different room. So okay, good. So this is the room I have created and where I have I am logged in. You see here in the center is an area for presentations, and we have here on the left we have the possibility to send a chat. You see here this is a public chat, and you can change this window also to different sizes. So these things allow you to access shared notes. If some documents are available or not, this would appear here. And there are no notes here. we can go back to the chat. So if I want to type something in the chat for everybody, this is here. So this is how you communicate and you can chat. So another thing is you can always see who is talking here on the top. So this becomes green if I'm talking. So now I'm the only one who is talking. This is what I'm showing. So you can also change the configuration, how you like to see the screen. And this takes maybe a little bit of time to get used to this, but you have different possibilities. On the top here you have the home meeting, and you also have different things. If you want to make this full screen, there are some settings about and help and different shortcuts. And here you can end the meeting or log out, but ending the meeting, and this is basically because I'm the master now in this scene here. So I will continue to give you a little overview here. So we have seen we can talk, and if we look here on the side, we have actually here another wheel. And what I can actually do here is I can cut all your voices so that I'm only talking, or I can mute all the other users as the presenter, so we keep some order here, and I have some possibilities to block your viewer that you can listen. And what I also can do is I can create breakout rooms. So these are rooms where I can assign a couple of people. So while if I say, okay, you should work in 2 or in groups of 3, and let's say for 10 minutes you talk with each other, so not everybody is listening. This is a possibility to manage a little bit a larger group. So the breakout room feature was actually something quite important I was looking for. So we have seen on the left side here the chat, how we can change the windows, and we have here also the possibility to save, to copy, and to clear the chat. So if you would like to do this, there was no public history, so I cleared this by the moderator, so since I am the moderator. And you see here on the bottom, actually a little bit more difficult to see. I will try to make this a bit smaller to bring this up so you can see the bottom of the screen. Actually, we have here on the bottom, this is sort of always cut off. Okay, so you have at the bottom here, you have a microphone. I can mute the microphone, and then I'm not visible anymore. And I have changed the window here so you can see the bottom of the page a little bit better. So this is what I wanted to show you here, the buttons. So I am muted now. If I want to unmute, I click here, and this is what the system is telling me. So you see this is changing here the color also. So if you want others not to hear you, or if you want to say something, this is something you can do here. So the other thing is you have here a webcam you can share. So in this case, I don't know how many webcams I have here, but the webcam I'm using now is actually this one, and you can choose the quality. So let's choose a low quality in the beginning, because I don't know if we are so many people how this is going to work. And if we start sharing the webcam, you will see that I appear here in front of you, and this is actually something you can see. If we have different people, you can rearrange this. You can also make this full screen or in a small screen. So there are different ways how you can arrange this. You can also hide the presentation. This will make the whole thing a little bit larger. You can reduce the chat. So there are different things. If you want to see the presentation again, you can actually do this here on the bottom, and you can have different types how to use this presentation. So if I reduce this again here by adding the public chat and adding the presentation, this is something where I can turn off my camera and then replace this here again. I have also some other features. If I'm making the presentation, there of course is only one slide. This will fit the presentation to the page, but we can also reduce this if we want. And here are different tools. So one tool you can use is to draw, and let's say, okay, I need a big pen. I can actually do something, and every one of you can see this in real time. You can also choose different colors, of course. So this is just an example. If you have to explain something in a conference, this is an easy way to show different tools. We can also delete the whole stuff again here when we come back to this conference. So this is a nice way to show what you want to do. And actually every time you turn on and off the webcam, you have to choose which one. On my computer here I have now multiple webcams, so I wanted to show you this. And if you have different participants in the chat, they will all appear here and make this visible and comfortable for you. Now you have also different options where you can share your screen, or I can as you see here what my application is like now. So I have OBS here on the right side, while I have the screen here on the left. But I can also choose to change only one application. So if I wanted to show you what I'm doing in OBS now, I can do this at the moment now too. So this will be shared as well. So now we are sharing this screen of what I'm doing here, and so you can see what is actually changing if I do the transition with the text. This is what is happening here, and my computer is not really powerful, so I will try to stop this sharing again, and I'm coming back here to the screen. This is what I can do with the software. So we can share the screen, or we can share an application of a window. This is a feature you maybe have seen before. We have several actions. That means we can also start a poll, asking some questions. You can also upload different presentations. So if you want to make different presentation here, this is just a way to upload a new presentation. It will then be converted to the format that can be displayed here. So this is now happening online, taking all the different pages. I just choose an example to show you how this works. And if this is converted after a certain time, 28, you will see that it is actually loaded here into the screen, and here we have our presentation. So if I wanted to talk now and explain about different things, I can just go from one point to the next, and this is how such a presentation can be made online. So I can also decide to give the presentation to you. We can also share an external video if we want to do this. So this will allow to watch a video together. So I don't know if I can simulate this very quickly. I will try to find a video on YouTube. So I'll just check what this is like to give you a little demonstration of how this can actually work. So my computer is terribly slow because we are doing so many things at the same time, and I hardly have any memory at more here. So just wanted to give you a demonstration what this actually looks like. And if I share an external video here, I just type the URL. And you can share the video. So this will actually appear and not be broadcasted. So this feature is actually also an interesting feature. And if this is loading, and I have control with media synchronization here. So this is an example of a 3D movie we have here. So I don't know, I had some glasses here. I can actually watch this in 3D. So these are just some example I wanted to show you, and we can stop sharing the external video as well here. So we have seen some different features, how to turn on and off the camera, how to mute the sound, and if you want to leave the audio, this you can also do. You can stop sharing the webcam, and there are some other settings we can do. I can record the meeting as well, and just want to show you what happens here. So we can turn on and off alerts if you hear someone is coming into the room or out of the room. This is what happens here, and you can probably choose your language that you want here. So there is even Hangukor. So if you want to feel more comfortable, this is also possible to do. So I'm going back here and close this presentation, and I think this is a small introduction of a self-hosted server with many features and quite a high level of security as well. I hope that you like it, and if we want to leave this room, you actually can turn off the camera, or you can also choose in the options the way to log out or to end the meeting. So if I log out, we are going back here, and this is going to be go back to the home page of the 3D lab, which is my home page. So this is a small introduction I wanted to give to you. I hope it will work, and I think this is an interesting tool we can use. And if you have any problems or questions, don't hesitate to ask me. So I hope you're all well, and I wanted to show you this new